How many of us check the labels before buying or even swapping a piece of clothes? I'm guilty of this. So this episode, we will be talking about fabrics. How well do you know your fabrics? What are the different types of fabrics? What's the difference between synthetic or natural fabrics? I'm no expert of this. That's why we have invited a very special guest and a good friend who can help us understand more about fabrics.
Hi, this is Chu. I'm the country coordinator of Fashion Revolution Singapore and the founder of ShopBetter, and today I'll be teaching you a little bit about fabrics.
Plus, to make it more fun, we have this board where we will test the fabric knowledge of our community by letting them guess the different types of fabrics. Okay, so we are here with Sumitra and we'll test her knowledge about the different types of fabrics.
I'm definitely going to start by saying I'm already embarrassed because I'm definitely going to get these wrong.
So we have here Juliet, who is an avid swapper, and I think she will kind of ace this test.
May not be.
We have the newest addition to the team, Miss Kai and Singh. This is actually their first initiation, if they will stay longer in the team or not. Just kidding.
My name is Rachel. I've been swapping for about a year. My name is also Rachel. We've been swapping for around the same time.
So here is the fabric board. All you need to do is feel the fabric and guess what type it is. Don't flip it because the answer is inside.
What do you think this is? Cotton? Maybe linen. That is linen. Is denim a fabric?
Is denim a fabric?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Denim is a
is-
cotton and something like
Yes.
right?
So what do you think it is? Trust your first answer.
I'm going to say linen.
Linen.
Linen?
Yeah, but maybe cotton.
Okay, that's denim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And denim is made of...
Denim is it's a cotton and polyester kind
Mhm.
of blend. Sometimes
It
it has
depends.
stretch, right? So sometimes they'll add like an elastic
Correct.
synthetic in it. Yeah.
This is natural, so... that's
Cotton. No, this just feels like
This seems like denim, right?
Oh, okay, yes, that's the right one.
But denim is cotton.
Okay,
Huh? Oh,
so
really? Oh.
denim or cotton? 1, 2, 3. Cotton.
So the first fabric we're going to talk about today is cotton. Cotton is one of the most widely used fashion fabrics because it's affordable, it's easy to care for, it's very comfortable to wear because it's breathable, and on top of that, it's just an all-round great fabric because it's really versatile. The bad thing about cotton, however, is that forced labor rights and human rights abuses are very, very common in the supply chain. In fact, recently we learned that 1 in 5 cotton products have passed through the hands of Uyghur minorities in the Xinjiang region. On top of that, cotton is a very pesticide and water-intensive product, meaning that if you buy virgin cotton, it is actually one of the most intensive crops out there.
Okay, so that's pretty firm. It doesn't really have much stretch to it. So I would go with something like it's like a linen of sorts.
Next one.
Okay, what's this? This feels very similar to that.
No, is this linen?
Linen. So I think this is linen.
Okay, let's see if it's a linen.
Yeah.
You're correct. Yay. Okay, so linen, final answer?
Linen.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Linen.
Oh,
Yay.
yes.
Okay, right.
The next fabric we're going to talk about is linen. Linen is a great fabric because it absorbs moisture without feeling damp, which means it's perfect for our humid Singaporean weather. And on top of that, it's actually also uses very, very little water as well as pesticides, meaning that its growing process is actually very environmentally friendly. The one thing about linen that's maybe not so great is that it actually wrinkles very easily. So if you're the kind of person who doesn't like wearing wrinkled looking clothing or doesn't like ironing, then this is not the best fabric for you.
Which one?
Next.
This one?
Up to you.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I mean this has got like lots of fibers and stuff, so I mean there might be like some wool in it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you know, a lot of the time it's very hard to find 100% wool. It's got a bit of a firmer feel than usual wool, I think.
Yeah. 1.
Okay,
It's an
wool.
favorite fabric.
Wool.
Wool? You sure?
Hold on. There's no other wool, right? Yeah, wool. This is wool.
This is wool. Let's see. Acrylic.
Oh, it's acrylic. Oh my god.
So
Yeah.
it's acrylic.
Oh goodness gracious me.
Okay. Acrylic.
What is
So it's a
acrylic?
synthetic.
Oh, synthetic.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's so much like wool.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, wrong.
The next fiber we're going to talk about is acrylic. Acrylic is a synthetic fiber just like polyester. What this means is that it's also cheap, it's also easy to dye, and it's also very easy to care for, which means it's both stain and wrinkle resistant. Acrylic also happens to be very lightweight while warm, which makes it the perfect alternative to wool. The thing about acrylic, however, is that it peels easily. It's not warm once it's wet, and on top of that, because it's a synthetic fiber, it's non-biodegradable and it sheds microfibers in the wash.
Okay, next one.
Silk? Or is it the fake
Silk.
one? Oh, it could be the fake one, you know. It could be silk.
I don't know. Silk. This is silk, I think. Also.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I already peeked, but I was gonna say satin or silk. So,
Okay,
yeah.
she got it right. It's silk. Okay.
Silk. This is silk for sure.
The next material we're going to talk about is silk. Silk is great because it handles changes in body temperatures very well, which means that it's perfect for both warm as well as cool weather. The thing about silk though, it's also that it has this really luxurious sheen that only silk has, so you always know when it's silk. The bad thing about silk is that it is difficult to maintain. It's actually quite high maintenance as a fabric and it damages very easily.
This one.
Okay.
This is pretty much similar.
Yeah, that one feels a little bit like the silk, but the silk is a lot. This is softer. This is a bit more firm. I mean, that's kind of like a satin of some kind, but I don't actually know what satin's raw materials are.
One is, maybe this is the polyester.
Well, this is definitely, I think the second most are the very common fabric.
Polyester.
Oh,
Polyester is the right
Damn.
word. I think most of our clothes would have this. The
Polyester. Yeah.
polyester.
Yeah. Got it right. Wow.
The next material we're going to talk about is polyester. Polyester is a synthetic material, meaning that it comes from petroleum products, and the polyester is a great product because it is easy to dye, it is cheap, it's really easy to care for, which means it's naturally wrinkle and stain resistant. The bad thing about polyester, however, is because it's a plastic fiber essentially, that it's non-biodegradable, it does not breathe well, and it's also highly flammable.
Ready without peeking.
I'll hold it so it would not
That one is
fall.
definitely not a natural fiber. It's very coarse.
Synthetic.
Something.
I have no idea. I don't even know what to guess.
Actually, a natural fabric,
Oh, natural.
like from an animal.
Wool?
No.
No. Wool. Wool.
Natural. You guessed it just a while ago.
A wool? Really? Oh, this is very thin wool though.
Yeah. There's a wool in here, I think, but you need to guess where.
This one. This one.
Yes.
Oh.
You said it already.
Wool?
The answer.
Wool? Wool? Is really wool? Wool?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
yeah,
I thought wool.
don't be surprised. This
Is it?
actually wool.
This is wool.
Yeah.
Next fabric we're going to talk about is wool. Wool is a great material because it's warm, but it breathes really well, and it's actually a very low maintenance material. On top of that, wool can be very, very different materials based on how it's knitted or woven. The bad thing about wool is that low quality wool or wool with a high micron count can actually be quite scratchy.
Is this not cotton?
I would think of it as cotton,
Cotton. Okay.
but I think unlikely because it appeared already, you know.
Maybe it's like a cotton polyester blend of sorts.
Yeah, you're correct that it's a combination of natural and synthetic fabric.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one has a bit of spandex.
Yeah, this is like this too.
This is a
It's
mix.
combine of
It's a mix.
natural
Yeah,
and
yeah.
synthetic.
Yeah, so there's cotton, there's spandex. In
So
it.
what's the name of the fabric? This is cotton for saying this is actually rayon.
Oh, shit.
So the very specific name of this is rayon.
Rayon, yes.
Yeah.
The next fabric we're going to talk about is viscose, also known as viscose rayon or rayon. Viscose rayon is a semi-synthetic fiber. It's also known as a man-made cellulosic fiber. And what this means is that it was a plant fiber that has been chemically processed to create this beautiful soft fabric. The great thing about viscose rayon is that it's able to simulate the texture of many natural fibers. On top of that, it dyes really well, giving you such bright, vibrant colors such as this purple. Other great things about viscose rayon is that it's soft, it's breathable, and it's highly absorbent, meaning it's great for weathers like in Singapore. And on top of that, it is also easy to care for and drapes well. The bad thing about viscose rayon, however, is that its conversion process involves highly toxic chemicals, so you can really only know whether it's environmentally friendly if you know how the process is done.
So this is the result of our test. Not bad. So hopefully you have learned a thing or two from this episode. And next time when you are buying or even swapping, you check the label first. Thank you so much for watching and see you on the next episode.